Hi everyone, welcome back to my tiny house in the forest. So what I'm doing right now, as you can see, is that I'm cutting back the length of the rafters because I need them to fit with the length of the metal plates that I bought for the roof. And the metal plates are 3.5 meters long. So what I did was that I measured up 3.5 meters from the exact middle point of the top of the roof down to here. And then I actually need to cut back the rafters a little bit more than that, because I want to have a gutter on the rafter, and therefore I need to cut it back by 5 centimeters. But actually also a little bit more, because there will be a board on the outside of the rafter to protect the rafters, and that board is 2.5 centimeters. So it's 5 plus 2.5 centimeters that I need to cut back the rafter. So what I did was that I measured up the point that I wanted to cut them back to in both ends of the building and in the middle, and then I made a straight line so that I could mark the point for cutting back on all of the rafters so that they are aligned. And then I took my leveler to make a perfectly vertical line, because when you want to have a gutter, you want also to have a vertical line that is obviously perfectly plumb, and then you can have a perfectly horizontal gutter. So that's what I'm doing right now, and now I'm just in the middle of cutting back all the rafters with my handsaw. And yeah, it's a little bit heavy for the arm, but I'll just take some breaks, and then when I've done that, I need to do the exact same thing, obviously, on the other side of the house.
Så kan alt være præcisionsarbejdet af dig. Okay.
Bare der til der. God. Er det nogenlunde i lavet? Ligger lige
nu drejer den.
Irriterende, at den ikke lige rammer i samling. Jamen der, det er op over.
Jamen den kommer så længere til højre. Jo. Skal den på med det samme? Nu var det stoppet.
Dejligt at vide, at man for en gang skulle ikke producere en masse mikroplastforurening.
Den der halve centimeter.
Halve?
Nej, jeg peger lige om lidt. Det er ikke så vigtigt. Har du den? Så er den ikke nu.
Vi skal jo stadig have skåret den på langt egentlig.
Ja, ja. Det skal vi også. Og Hanne, det var ikke nok.
Smooth. Hi everyone, welcome back to my tiny house in the forest. So it has been a very busy last couple of days working on the under roof of the building, so I didn't have much time to explain the process, but I also had a visit from my friend Nikolai who helped me along, so there weren't much time to do some filming. But I just wanted to explain what it is that we have been doing. Because as you can see, the under roof is now up on the house, and it consists of this brown plate that you see here. It is wooden fiber, and it is actually a totally breathable product, like the rest of the house will be. All of the insulation and the cladding of the house will be breathable. No plastic, no locking in of the hot air. It will actually transport itself through these materials, which is why I use them. And this wooden fiber plate is actually a totally fantastic product, because not only does it let the hot air transport through it, it also is wind and water resistant, which is why it covers the roof and soon also the rest of the building. And then it also insulates the house, and of course it also stiffens up the house. So once the plates are all over the house or the structure cannot move or tilt in any direction whatsoever. And that is of course very important when you build a building, that you want to stiffen up the house. But you can do that in various ways, but if you have plates all around the house, you need nothing else. And these plates are totally sustainable product. They are very CO2 low in production, and they can be given back to nature at a later point. And they are totally non-toxic. So that is why I chose these plates. So another thing that I've been doing is that I've been preparing the roof for the metal plates that will go on top of it pretty soon. So in terms of sustainability, metal roof plates are not the most sustainable product, because it takes a lot of CO2 to produce them. But on the other hand, they are of a very high quality, so you can just smelt them sometime in the future and use it again and again. And also I was pretty lucky to find just some leftover plates that I could buy pretty cheaply that were exactly the amount that I needed for the house, so that was pretty lucky. But anyways, what I've been doing with the roof is also that I've been putting up these vertical half boards that you see here, because whenever you build a roof or a wall for that matter, you always need to create some ventilation space between the hot inside of the house with the insulation and the cold outside with the roof or with the outside cladding of the house. So that is what these vertical boards directly on top of the rafters are for. And then the next layer are these horizontal boards that I put up, because my metal plates will be placed vertically on the roof. So in order for me to have something to screw them into, I need a horizontal layer below them. So that is what they are for. But right now, on this side of the house, I'm actually ready for getting up the metal plates. However, I will also need to install a triple pane skylight on this side of the roof. So I'll just need to do that before I can put up the metal plates, hopefully within too long. So now it's day 10 after I started building the roof. After having put up the rafters in the last video that I made, and sorry for the delay, but the process was a whole lot more challenging than I expected. Not at least because of the weather, because when you're dealing with a steep slope on the roof and a fairly big roof, and it's a wet weather like this, then it's constantly slippery. So it's pretty difficult to get in all of these metal screws in this metal roof, because it's not the easiest thing to drill in. And then I actually put in, I think, at least 800 screws in the roof, so it took quite a long time and it was pretty challenging. And also because of the days are just so short, because it's this time of the year. So yeah, it was 10 long days of working, but short days in terms of like sunlight. And right now I'm pretty exhausted, and I think that I lost a lot of weight, so I need to fatten up, I guess, here in the holidays over Christmas and New Year's, because yeah, I have not been eating or resting as much as I should have been doing. But now it's now I'm at the finish line, and I'm pretty satisfied with the result. Actually, the roof is not entirely done yet, because I need to create a supporting structure in this end of the house. So in March I cut down these logs that I will put up vertically as a supporting system in this end of the house, and then obviously I also need to put on some boards to seal off the rafters on this side, and also on the gable ends I need these boards at the gable ends. But I'm actually also looking forward for the next phases of the build in January, because I will be sealing off the building, and then I will be making the floor, and I will of course try to do it all as sustainably as possible. So for the insulation I will use wooden fiber insulation, again because it's breathable, and it actually also is capable of storing heat because it has a high mass volume. And then I will use some second-hand boards for the floor. I found a place where I can buy second-hand building materials, so that's perfect. And then I will insulate the walls and the roof, also with wooden fiber obviously. And I also think that I will use some second-hand floorboards for the cladding of the gables inside of the house. And then for the long sides of the house, I think I will take some of the building wisdom from many countries in Africa that have a lot of experience with building with clay, because clay is a fantastic building material, because it acts like a vapor barrier, and it also stores heat, and moist can transport through it, and yeah, it also insulates a little bit. So it's just the perfect material, and I can't wait to get some experience with using clay for the walls. And then I will build some sleeping lofts, one in this end and one in the other end, a slightly bigger one. And then hopefully by March I will be ready to move into the house and sell my old home. And then I will be rebooting the entire garden, so I'm also very much looking forward to that. But right now I need to get back to my family, because my sister came home from India yesterday, and we will be celebrating her birthday, and then I will just stay home at the family residence celebrating Christmas and New Year's together with my family, and then I will start building the house again in early January, I think. But thank you so much for watching this video, and sorry for the long delay. And if I don't see you again before that, I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So thank you for now, and see you again next time.